No hero ball. The Knicks need a new game plan heading into game 3. And according to reports, that new plan involves utilizing Karl-Anthony Towns more in the offense. It also means utilizing the double big lineup of Mitchell Robinson and Karl-Anthony Towns. We're going to break down all of these latest reports today. If you're enjoying the content, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you have notifications on as well too. If you want to support the channel, the easiest way to do that is to hit that subscribe button. And now, let's get started. The Knicks revealed their plan to get Karl-Anthony Towns more involved in the offense. Going into game 3, one of the main things the Knicks must do is utilize Karl-Anthony Towns more in the offense. He was a ghost in the second half of game 2, and that cannot happen again. We need him to be more aggressive, attacking his matchups, especially if that matchup is Tobias Harris. And according to reports, the Knicks are looking to do exactly that heading into game 3. Let's break down these latest reports from NBA insiders Steph Bondy and Ian Bagley. Shout out to New York Basketball on the app X for giving us the following information. According to them, Tom Thibodeau gave us the following response about Karl-Anthony Towns, his performance in game 2, and how the Knicks can better utilize him in game 3. According to Tom Thibodeau, he states, if they are going to commit 2 to 3 people on him, I don't want him forcing shots. But there are things that he can do and we can do to give him a second and third look. So that's what we're going to have to try to do. Towns also said the following about his game following that lackluster performance of game 2. According to Towns, I just have to be aggressive when I get the chance to make a play. I've been double-teamed, triple-teamed most of my career, so I feel like I can do a pretty good job. I'm comfortable with that situation happening. Towns continues here by stating, yeah, I mean, we've watched the tape. I've watched tape myself. We've had 2 days to fix it and get ourselves right mentally and physically for tonight's game. And it looks like Towns, he is locked in, he is ready, and he is focused. He knows more than anybody else. He did not show up in game 2, especially in that second half, and he's going to have to fix that. He also stated and explained that the reason that he was not getting enough shot attempts last game was because of the game plan the team was putting together. But again, at least according to the reports we're hearing now, it does not sound like those same game plans will be run in game 3. It does sound like in game 3, the Knicks plan to utilize Karl-Anthony Towns a lot more. And that is exactly what they need to do. We need our all-star to show up, to be there, to be available and committed for 48 minutes, to attack, to be aggressive, and to understand his matchups. Tobias Harris is on you. He's your matchup. You need to attack. And if you can't attack, shoot over him. You're taller than him. You're taller than most people on the floor. Use your height to your advantage. Make sure you get the shot. And hey, if you shoot the ball, maybe you can take contact and get to the line as well too. Get them into foul trouble. And if you get them into foul trouble, maybe they don't play you as aggressively. And if they don't play you as aggressively, you can attack all night long. As an all-star, you need to demand the ball. I'm not saying it's only Karl-Anthony Towns, because as the point guard, Jalen Brunson, you need to know if you're the only person doing it and there's nobody else involved, that's a problem. And as a point guard, your job, at least one of them, is to get others involved. So I expect to see a better version of Jalen Brunson tonight than we saw in game 2. And of course we're going to get that, because Brunson, every time he is challenged, every time he is called out, he always does what he needs to do. And newsflash, he's always done that for this team. So I expect it because he's shown in the past, I can expect this from Brunson, and he can deliver. Captain Clutch is real. He just won Clutch Player of the Year. I don't know what other evidence you need to understand that this man, late in game, is near unstoppable. And nobody, including the Pistons, ever wants to see that. And the Knicks right now are backed into a corner. We all know it, and we all see it. And that's why tonight, the Knicks are even more dangerous. I predict as soon as tip-off starts, for 48 minutes, you are going to see a committed, hungry, angry, motivated, and determined Knicks team. We are going to take game 3, take control of this series, and let everybody know, if you're doubting us, you are the most wrong in the room, and you need to know that. Something else to expect for game 3. It's something that we haven't seen really all of this series. Not for a long period of time, but tonight, that all could change. It's the double big lineup. Let's break down these comments from Tom Thibodeau about Karl-Anthony Towns and Mitchell Robinson sharing the floor together. Shout out to Knicks videos on the app X for giving us the following information. According to them, Tom Thibodeau was asked about Karl-Anthony Towns and the Mitchell Robinson pairing. And here's what he had to say about it. According to Tom Thibodeau, there's been some good, some we could do better. The rebounding part of it has been good. But also, you got to look at the matchups. Who do they have on the floor, and what are you vulnerable to? And so there's times it's been going good. It does sound like he likes what he sees, and if he's worried about the rebounding, which, by the way, we should be worried about because we were dominated and destroyed on the boards by Detroit without them having Isaiah Stewart for that game. We do not know his status for game 3. He is questionable. He may play. He may not play. But whether he does or not, one thing the Knicks must do is be better on the boards. Either dominate Detroit or at least have it be close. And in my opinion, and clearly Tom Thibodeau is speaking about it, if you want to increase the rebounding, you need to play the double big lineup more. I don't know how long you can play that lineup for together. 20 minutes? 25 minutes? I don't know. But for however long you can play that lineup for, New York needs to do that. We are likely going to be a better team because of it. The only issue with that lineup is twofold. We're a much slower team with those 5 players on the floor. Mitch and Cat, if one of them goes for a steal in the backcourt and they miss or they fall to the floor, and the other team, the Pistons, is running back in transition, it's likely 3-on-5, maybe if we're lucky, 4-on-5. That's always going to be an issue. The other thing is defending the 3. Now, here's the part that nobody wants to talk about. The double big lineup. Why is that effective? It's effective because you have a big inside and you can have a big roaming outside. The big roaming outside almost always needs to be Karl-Anthony Towns. And here's why. If a defender beats Karl-Anthony Towns, who's behind him? Mitchell Robinson. Reverse that. If Mitch is the one roaming and trying to defend those three-point shooters, let's say one of those shooters gets by him. Who's waiting for him inside the paint? Barbecue chicken Karl-Anthony Towns. Anytime anyone sees that matchup, they are going to attack and either try to get by him, get around him, get contact, find the backdoor pass, find the open shooter that likely is in the corner now, or whoever Towns was guarding, he probably had to leave his man to help. And if that happens, his man is open. So they'll kick it to him, easy bucket, easy basket, and then they're moving back trying to defend. That is the issue, and that's why that double big lineup needs to be utilized the right way, and it cannot be dominant for 48 minutes either. You have to utilize it the right way within the right amount of time, but also with players understanding their role. I said Knicks in 6. Now, I understand that meant that the other team was going to win games. Did other people forget that if you're saying Knicks in 5 or Knicks in 6, that means the other team has to win a game? So the Detroit Pistons did what they needed to do. They won a game. Congratulations. But one game does not mean you win the series. One game does not mean that we are broken. One game does not mean you figured out the cheat code to this team. We are the better team. We are the more talented team, the more talented roster. And tonight, we are going to prove it. If you don't believe that, if after one game you are broken, your faith has been shaken, then you are not built for this. This is the postseason. This is postseason basketball. Things like this happen. But when they happen, you never give up on your squad. You double down and you keep riding for them because you know this is a series and one game does not define a series. Multiple games do. And tonight, the Knicks will prove why they are the better team, why they have the better roster, and why Game 3 will shift everything in this series. And it will happen on the backs of a Knicks win. But what about you guys? What do you think about Tom Thibodeau and his comments about Karl-Anthony Towns and utilizing him more in the offense? And what about Towns and him saying he needs to be more aggressive? Let me know how you feel about all of these comments in the comment section below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below. And of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.